There's a single note playing at the beginning of the scene to show tension with the characters, and then the rest of the orchestra begins to play afterwards to show the seriousness of the situation.
The scene starts off with a close-up on Doctor Strange and Iron Man to show emotion and urgency because this is the end battle of the entire movie and Thanos is finding it all powerful. You get the close-up on Doctor Strange doing the one finger, which means this is the only way.
The lighting type for this scene of the film is low-key lighting. It displays the seriousness at the conclusion of the battle between Thanos and the Avengers. It gives the audience a sense of hopelessness as Thanos is the one holding all of the Infinity Stones, and Iron Man is the last resort in order to try to stop him.
The desaturated colors in the beginning of the scene show the darkness of what is happening and how bad and tragic it is. It also shows the sadness of loss and the inevitable.
Then you get a medium shot on Thanos of putting the last stone in his gauntlet, and then you get another medium shot of Iron Man fighting Thanos, and Iron Man gets thrown around like a rag doll.
Another point that supports this claim of formalism is when the special effects of the Infinity Stones powering up both Thanos and Iron Man are shown. You can see the power actually coursing through their arms, closing in on their necks.
I am inevitable.
While this scene is now the climax of the film, it puts the audience in the position to take this scene in full seriousness as Iron Man eventually holds all Infinity Stones and makes the great sacrifice for the greater good of the Earth's mightiest heroes. Finally, after Iron Man is getting powered up with the Infinity Stones and says that he is Iron Man, he makes a snap, and the sound effect is the equivalent of what sounds like a large explosion.
As the villains die off, victory music plays behind the characters to show that they have won.
Thinking if this scene was to be put in the high-key lighting setting, it wouldn't have the same atmosphere. Thanos would probably appear less threatening as what was originally intended since he's the main supervillain. And Iron Man's death and sacrifice would probably not have the same effect emotionally towards the audience as it once did with the low-key lighting.
As Tony's dying, there is no music to emphasize how serious the situation is.
Now we got high angle on Tony Stark to show the desperation as Tony Stark slowly fades to death.
Mr. Stark? Hey! Mr. Stark? Can you hear me?
The bright colors behind the characters as Tony dies shows the victory which contrasts the dark characters in the foreground of the scene, showing how they are sad that Tony is dying.
What? You did it, sir. You did it.
Throughout the scene where Tony is dying, the music is playing very softly and very sad. This shows the seriousness of the situation and also the grief that the characters are experiencing in the moment.
And then like a little closer up shot, closer medium shot to show the pain in Peter Parker as he realizes that Tony Stark is about to die.
Friday.
Life functions critically.
Tony. Look at me. We're gonna be okay. You can rest now.
In regards to the scene type, the group decided that this scene was shot in formalism, as there is an unrecognizable background displayed on the screen, and there are famous actors who are portrayed in this film, as Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and then Tom Holland as your Spider-Man.